Hey, what is up guys, Bull here, and welcome back to another Call of Duty video, and today this is my review on the Call of Duty World War II beta for PC. I didn't play the console beta because I obviously don't have a console. I do have consoles in my house, but none of them are actually hooked up, even the PlayStation 2 that I have here. So my review of the beta is actually quite pleasant. If you go on Steam right now, it's horrible for some reason because people just are really nitpicky. One of the things I was complaining about, or people were complaining about, was that the game's too wacky for a World War II game, not knowing that Call of Duty is a wacky game. It's not meant to be taken super serious. And they're also complaining about the diversity, like black people being used as characters, playable characters, especially on the German side, even though Germans did use African Americans during World War II, mainly in Africa. So here's my thing. Okay, so on the last day of the beta, there were a ton of hackers. Like there wasn't super high chance that you run into a cheater. I gave about a 48% chance you'd run into a cheater because that's pretty much how many games I played and did that statistic. I kind of thought about it myself. I mean, that could be wrong and it could be different for everyone, but I didn't run into too many cheaters. But when I did, it was annoying, and there were actually at one point in time a lot of cheaters in one match. There was like a 3v2 of cheaters. It was actually in a game of war where my first cheater was. It was the guy started throwing smokes around, started shooting everyone through the smoke in the head. It was great. You can say, well, Bullet, you can see people through smokes in the beta. You know that, right? It's like, yeah, but when you're snapping around, I mean, obviously you're cheating, even if you weren't throwing smokes down. He was just making it harder for him to get killed because he probably sucked, because most hackers do suck. Some people do claim they cheat for fun, but they really just cheat because they're assholes and they suck. Most people actually make cheats to help breaching. Like maybe the developers will notice it and then patch it, which is good. Good job, people that do that. But balance-wise on this game, it was actually a pretty balanced game for the most part. People will say otherwise. Like the M1 Garand was kind of, it's a middle ground gun. It's strong. It's super strong. But there's also the factor that it's a two-shot kill up close even, and someone can panic spray you down. Most people did that actually. Most people run around barrel stuff you with the gun and get a panic spray, which is stupid, and it happened to me a lot. But I can't really complain about it because it is a DMR. So it has to be, a strong gun because it can't even be shot that fast. The recoil on it also balanced it out. The gun had crazy amounts of recoil, so I really can't complain about it too much. The incendiary shells and shotguns is probably the people waiting for me to talk about those. Those were, I can't really say that they were overpowered, but they were definitely annoying to go against. Like if I went against someone using an incendiary shotgun, I'd probably be a little upset, and I did get upset a few times because they're just annoying getting spammed by it. Like when an entire team uses it, that's when it gets overpowered, because then there's really not a big chance. Like even a whole team running off shotguns can get annoying, because why wouldn't it? But the SMGs, people are going to say that the SMGs weren't really all that balanced, and the Wafa wasn't. That's why I got nerfed, but every other SMG is fine from what I've gathered, because no one really complains about it. Type 100 was a laser, for God's sake. It was the best ranged SMG. Like you could take people out range. I've taken out a few snipers with the Type 100 from across the map because of how accurate it is, and it's a good gun, and it's kind of a marshmallow shooter at the same time. It doesn't shoot that much damage, but it's also not consistent. The most consistent SMG in the game is the gun that I'm using in this video, is the PPSH-41. That's the most consistent. It's good at range, it's also good up close, and it's literally the most consistent. For some reason, I did for a while put a red dot on it. I don't know why. The iron sights are actually a lot better, but I just wanted to get used to the gun for when the game comes out. Hopefully it doesn't change too drastically. The LMGs were kind of, honestly, I can't really say much about them because no one really used the LMGs in this game, and the people that did were really newbie-ish players running around hip firing with it. Like, I can't count how many times I've screamed, not like angrily screamed, but jokingly screamed at my teammates saying, "Hey, with the gun, you're supposed to aim, right-click to aim," because most people you'll see hip firing, because I guess people don't know that the ADS is a thing in video games. I mean, I know sometimes you do have to hip fire because you're too close, but other than that, you don't really have to hip fire like at all, unless you're using a shotgun, of course. Another complaint that I had in this game was that you leveled up a little too fast, in my opinion. Like, I hit like level 30 on the first like 5 hours playing or whatever like that. Like I was grinding obviously, and I was trying my best, but like the ridiculous amount of ridiculous like pace that I leveled up in was crazy. Like as soon as the level 35 came out, I got on. I was level 35 within like an hour or two. It was crazy. It got a little harder to level up then, and I'm hoping by the time you get up to level 40, it gets crazy hard to level up or something like that, because you level up way too fast in this game. Like if the stats don't carry over, they need to raise it up a little, because it was like Call of Duty's always been you level up really fast in Call of Duty, but this game's kind of ridiculous. The game's UI is another thing. I hated the UI, especially in the pause menu. It was ridiculous. The UI in the main menu was kind of good, but other than it was also still annoying. Now, the game looks great, like crazy good. Like for a Call of Duty game, you also got to think that Call of Duty makes their own engines, so that they do all the pretty shading, coding, and stuff like that. So you also got to realize people that are saying, "Oh, Battlefield 1 looks nice" or something like that. They use an engine that a company dedicates their life to working on. Every time a Call of Duty comes out, they obviously use an engine that's already made, but they also gotta modify it to fit their imagining of the game. If you go to the Call of Duty's Wikipedia page and see the engine they're using, especially Treyarch modifies the living hell out of the IW engine, which is Infinity Ward's engine, I guess you could say, because they were the first people that made Call of Duty for like the first like 2, including I think one PC one. But other than that, the UI is kind of made for PC, in my opinion. It's like made for PC, like dead on. Like even on a console, I saw that it looked like it was made for a PC port, which also makes me happy, because that means maybe they're focusing on the PC, which they are. They're actually having 2 developers work on the PC port, 2 or 3, I think. I don't even know, but they have 2 developers working on the PC port, from what I know, Raven and Sledgehammer. Which makes you scared, because Raven also did the Call of Duty 4 Remastered, and it ran like utter garbage on PC. Like, it was the worst thing ever. I'll even put a clip of just loading into a game at the end of this video, so make sure you guys check that out, because it's so stuttery. Even like with Shadowplay off, it was so stuttery. Actually, I lose no frames with Shadowplay on and off. I tested it. I do need to get my configuration better, but other than that, it's that. But if the game is worth it, to me, yes. Is the game worth it on PC? I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to wait and see until the PC kind of matures a little, and hopefully it'll be worth it. Hopefully the community will not die. But anyways, guys, that's my review of the Call of Duty World War II beta. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Bullet. Much love and peace out. See ya. You guys can hear me, but if you can, I'm gonna start recording here and do a cut jump to, not cut jump, but a fast forward jump to the when I get into match. So yeah. But by the way, before I go, I joined a shipment match right before this and went off. Like, my team was losing by a lot, and I went off on shipment, joining late. Somehow I managed to do that. Anyways, time to cut. If you know what I mean. That wasn't funny. I'm sorry. It all came out. God damn it! There's a baby in the background. Alright, let's see. Should stutter. I hope. Unless this game like went through some optimizations. Oh, there it is. There it is. And this is the map that it's actually decent on too. Oh my FNGs are there. It is more. Yeah, why do you use the Fang 45? I like these. Oh, that wasn't even the Fang 45 that he killed me with. Whatever that was, he had a gold. What a loser. Come on. Hi. Goodbye. I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Ha ha. Oh, it's not gold. He has a kit.